Democratic Congresswoman Jackie Speier, who at a 2011 House spending debate opened up about her own deeply personal experience with abortion. I want to talk to you about this march and the president's involvement in it today, the first sitting president ever to do that. But first, what is your sense of this possible deal-making, Chuck Schumer going to the White House, trying to avert a shutdown by getting some agreement for the Dreamers?
I'm very optimistic that we have a path forward, conceivably now. It was looking pretty dire here about 45 minutes ago when the rumors in the House floor were we were just going to shut down and go home, which would have been just horrific, and I would not have supported that at all. You know, there's a lot of rumors that there is an interest in at least extending it for working days, because some of these members really want to go off to Davos this weekend. So, you know, there's always a hidden agenda, and I think that's one of the agendas. I think the president wants to go on down to Mar-a-Lago to have his big $100,000 person fundraiser tomorrow night. So there's a lot of other elements that are playing out. I think what we are most concerned about, though, is that governing by what are called continuing resolutions is not governing. And that's why we're seeing the kinds of hits being taken in our military, where it's just the same budget year after year without the kind of augmentation that's needed for certain services and certain weapon systems and readiness.
Congresswoman, I wanted to also ask you about this this march, the president's involvement, the Rose Garden appearance, giving a satellite speech to them. Your reaction to that, given your own experiences?
Well, you know, in 1999, the president was pro-choice. In 2016, he had 5 different positions in 3 days, and at one point actually thought that women should be punished if they had an abortion. Let's remember that virtually, most abortions take place in the first trimester. Only 1% of abortions take place in the last trimester. It is about choice. He talked about the woman who he brought forward and said she chose life. Well, this is a choice between a woman and her physician, and let us remind everyone that in this country it is still the law. Abortion is legal. There is something very painful to go through an abortion, and my abortion was late term at 17 weeks. It was, you know, not something that it was a very painful experience, and it was a fetus that was not going to survive outside of the womb, and I think that there are so many stories like that, and there's a callousness with which some people, the president included, about this because they don't live it.
Thank you very much for bringing your experience to us and on all of these